Hi everyone, I'm back for part 4 of this art journal from scratch, and I finished this page yesterday and moving on to another page. I want to show you another technique for a lovely background, at least I think so, and I've still got left gesso from yesterday, so I'm going to use it to prime my page. I've read all your comments and I wanted to clear up some things. I know it's frugal crafting. It's more like challenge that I gave myself. You don't have to challenge yourself to this, and it was more so in the hopes that other people will have more means to create and express themselves, because when I started I didn't have any of the things I've seen in other people's videos, and I just had to make my way and do the things I've seen without all those products. And it's not always about frugal, it just most of the products that are so taken for granted for most of the people, we just don't have it here, especially products from the US. It's probably because shipment from the US is so expensive. It's most of the time it costs more the shipment than the actual product. So like products from Tim Holtz, we don't have it here, or I don't know, all those how does it, the I think it's mica or something like that, all this gold waxy things, we don't have it here, and a lot of other things. So, and the other reason for this series is that I had a lot of comments about being afraid to ruin something and to start a page or a journal and ruin it and not making it. And I thought, well, if I'm giving solutions to making an art journal that is not expensive, and it doesn't involve expensive paper, maybe more people will consider trying it and won't be afraid to experiment. Because I also had a phase that I didn't do stuff because I was afraid to ruin an expensive canvas or an expensive paper. So now I've got all my background with the gesso. I'm not waiting it for it to dry, because this technique is working good with wet paint, and I don't care if it will go with the gesso. I'm taking 3 colors. This is Deco Art White, Regal Purple, and Bright Blue. So I've just put a little bit of white in the center. I think I'll add a little bit more. Now the blue. Oops. Okay, now the purple. I'm starting from the inside towards outside. You can also do it with a sponge. It's not an exact science, just start going round and around. This is only the beginning. I hope I'm in frame and you can see what I'm doing. Let the colors blend. And I'm just going to put here a magazine page so there is a lot of paint here. Just keep on let it blend and just play with it. Basically you want a light in the middle and getting darker outside. I already see that I need to add more of the darker colors, but I want first to use what I have and then I will add more. Okay. Maybe more white. Again, I'm starting from the middle. Okay, basically I've covered my whole page. It doesn't look good yet. Now I'm going to take a sponge and spritz it a little bit with water. We just need it to be moist, not dropping water. And I'm going in and blending everything. I don't want to see brush strokes on my page. Basically, you want everything to come together. And you can always add more paint. You can always go and change it if you don't like it. Okay, I'm quite satisfied with my first layer of background. Moving it aside. Now I do need it to dry, so I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back when it's dry and we'll continue. I'm back. So I want to start stamping around my background, and I'm going to show you several tricks and tips of household items to make your own stamps. I've already done a video about it, but there are so many more options. Right now I want to show you the easiest one. Toilet paper roll. Just of course we are used to print it like a circle or just squishing it and you have a petal or a leaf, but what I'm doing is taking a strip out of it, and now I have this. I'm going to take a felt pen and I'm starting to warp it around the felt pen like this, and now I have, this kind of swirly thing that I can also stamp. It's easier to glue it down to some surface and then it's a better stamp, but now I'm not going to waste time on this thing. And for stamping without inks, it's better to use acrylics that are more less runny and more like a paste. So I'm gonna try this now with this dark blue, and I'm going to smear it a little, and let's try making a print, a stamp. Yay, it does work. I've got a swirly stamp. Already a lot of more interest to your page. I like it that it doesn't look the same each time I stamp with it. And I can always make it more tight or loose. Okay, moving it aside. Another thing, other things that you can use as stamps. All these glass balls have some kind of indentation that you can try, and I usually use them on my jelly plate, and it makes great prints, at least on the jelly plate. I don't know how it will work now, but we are going to try. That's the whole purpose of this challenge for myself, an experiment. Ooh, look at that. It does work. I don't want a lot in the middle, so let's see, still need more. Okay, so these are one of my ideas. Another thing that you can use as stamps is all kinds of nets, doilies, and all the sacks that potatoes or oranges come in them. You have packaging for like cookies and other stuff, all those plastic packages. Like this one will give you lines and it will be interesting. Here I've got dots, I've got this ones. So start looking at your packaging. These are from cheeses containers that I just took out the two handles, and I'm using them always like stencils or stamps. Another thing you can use that you have at your house, I hope so at least, I always have silicone mats. They are great as stamps, they are great as stencils. This one's like, this is, you have a beehive pattern, and it's great as a stamp. Maybe I'll use it now, but let's take another, maybe white. No, I don't want white. Deep green. Let's introduce another color. I'm going to put it on the dark blue, just here, again smearing it a little. Isn't it great? No ink pads, no fancy silicone stamps. Okay, so here, this is all my silicone stash and they were great. This one I use from this side. It gives me a lot of circles here. So also there are silicone coasters, not for pots, little ones for mugs, and they also were great. So next, I only want one. So let's see, I've got here leftover paint. We are never wasting paint. And I have here a dictionary page. So always using leftover paint. Okay, enough with the paint. Going back here, I want just another thing and something else to add to my background, and I'm thinking what color would I use and what pattern do I want to add here. So I need to find another thing. Something is like missing. Maybe a little bit of black this time. Again, spreading the paint. And lo and behold, I got me a sneaker with a stamp on the inside. Let's see if it will work, and I hope I'm not going to ruin my shoe. I don't know. Well, that's the whole point, trying things. Okay. Really, really interesting here. I need to check all my flip-flops on the underside of them. Okay, I think it's quite interesting for a background, and now we need to move on to the focal point of this page. I just need to wipe out I'm still using the sneakers, so it would be better if I don't leave paint on it. So, moving along, I'm going for a butterfly. Who can resist a butterfly? I love butterflies. So, I want something that will be in contrast to this page. I'm going for, I think, yellows and oranges. And let's see the time on my camera, because at 30 it will just stop by itself. I still got time. I'm going to take a magazine page, and I'm looking for something sturdy, not like a dictionary page or a book page. Again, I'm going to gesso it. I'm going to smear orange and yellow paint on after the gesso and continue from there. It's not interesting to watch me smear gesso, so I'll be back. I'm back. So I've got here the magazine page that I gessoed, and I've got plastic cards that I always have to smear paint, and I've cut several of them, so I have different lengths. And I've got here a dark orange and golden yellow. I've got a pearl metallic copper and pearl metallic gold. And here is what I am attempting to do. I'm going to smear paint, a lot of paint. On one side I'm going to fold it in half and hope for the best that there will be a lot of smeared paint, but it would be like a little bit symmetrical. These are acrylic paints, a local brand. The way I'm smearing it is that I'm thinking it's gonna be a butterfly. So that's the only thing that directing my smearing the paint. Little bit of gold. Just for interest. And here we go. Of course, I can't know if it will be in, how it will work, and what would show in the butterfly and what wouldn't be on the butterfly. So let's see. Moving it aside, folding in half. Bear with me, it's an experiment, and I'm going with the card from the crease outside. There are going to be a lot of mess here. Okay, I'm going to open it and hope for the best that it worked. Okay, now I just have to wait for it to dry. I like it. Basically, when it's dry, I'm going to draw the outline of a butterfly and fussy cut it, and then I'm going to try and do some kind of framing with black, also at the same with the same technique. I already painted another magazine page with black, and I'm trying to make the butterfly with 2 layers, and I'll film it so you can see. I don't know how to explain it, but for now it needs to get dry, all this paint here. So this will be the end of part 4, and we'll continue with the butterfly and our page on part 5. So that's it for now, and bye.